Alright guys, hello everyone, G-Geek here, and welcome to the second stream of the day. So we had a little bit of a retro stream with a few Xbox games, namely Tony Hawk's American Wasteland and Need for Speed Underground 2. But tonight, it is a different time. It is that time again, ladies and gentlemen. SmurfCup Canyon, edition number 356, if I can find the right scene. There it is. Sorry, a bit of a shaky start as usual. So, this is the very first Smurf Cup for the month of June. And a new month means an entirely new map pack. And I actually got the map rotation right there. And so we're starting off with Aeon Prime from Ajo. Grand Focus follows next from Ibo and Norplay. Then we got Amnesia from Revulse. Fourth map is Drive-By Stalking from Bootifara. Then comes the map you're seeing right now, Racho's Anoia. Then we got Elevated from Zombak, and Mookbark closes off the night. Mookbark being a map from Ibo. Grand Focus is actually the map from Norplay with collaboration from Ibo. Sorry again for that little bit of a precision. So, SmurfCup Canyon, for those of you who are not familiar, here is the concept. So, the competition is played in round smoke across 7 maps. A player wins a map once they get a points tally that reaches 180 points or more. All the points from all the players are tallied up for the final rankings, and the player with the most points at the end of the 7 maps wins the biggest share of the 20,000 planets that are at stake. In this case, 6,000 planets for the winner. So, let's actually go through some of the people that are actually going to be playing through here. So we got a few binding changes. I changed how the bindings work in OBS so it won't interfere with some of the cameras. So we got Larens from the main Hype Boys team, who's playing in Team Pampa Jabat for the CEP Season 5. He'll be contesting the qualification finals in 2 weeks' time on June 16th, along the likes of the Hype Boys Academy team, all 3 Smurf teams, as well as AD Racing, among others. Then we got Suram from Team Demise, one of the 4 teams that actually got through, that actually will go through straight to the grand final of CEP Season 5, which is to be played on June 23rd. Suram teaming up with Voyager during the competition. Then we got Mini Beanie, the rather surprise performer of Smurf Cup number 354 on May 11th. He was actually fighting with the top guys, namely Cloud and Mebe, for a good long while, and ended up collecting P3 or P4, and had a pretty poor showing during the last Smurf Cup that I cast at 354. So yeah, hopefully he can get a better run this time around. Then we got Zolida Zeon, the Yelmer from Team Smurfin 3, the guy who brought in such a good performance at CEP Played A6 to finish in P3 and thus pip the Twister Eagles for the 4th and final spot in the consolidation final. So there is a chance that we might get a Smurf team in the finals come June 23rd, but that remains to be seen. Then we got Ibo, one of the organizers of the Cup, of the Smurf Cup, one of the map selectors as well, maker of Mookbak, one of the maps being played tonight, which is going to be which coincidentally is going to be the final map of tonight, and also collaborated on Norplay's map called Grand Focus, and of course one of the admins of Mania Exchange. And finally, on my hotkey right here, I've got Trilk248, one of the rather lesser-known players, actually one of the newcomers coming in. He's probably looking to get some good results and have a good time. Otherwise, let's actually tab out and enter some of the other spectators. But we got Harse, Smurf admin, founder of Smurfs and organizer of the Smurf Cup. He was among many people, among some of the people that selected the maps for this particular month. Then we got Fat Kid from AD Racing, and it looks like the warm-up has ended and the Smurf Cup is about to start. So we're starting off with Ajo's Aeon Prime. As we see a few people leaving there in last minute. It's always going to happen. So I hope everything looks correct, guys. I hope you are doing fine on this Saturday evening, a rather hot Saturday evening actually in Europe, especially in France, with temperatures heading over to the 28 degrees centigrade. And as we are now looking at the first map, Aeon Prime by Edjo, the current record is held by Red Extra with a 46.697. This is considered to be the easiest map of the pack, as we're going to follow Fat Kid for the first round. And with actually changing the camera, No, actually the camera is just a meter tracker one, so we're gonna have to kind of follow through there. A map that is all about momentum conservation. That first part, CP1s through 6, can actually be done full speed as we actually go with Larens there. And the first drift really comes in right here with this U-turn. Cancel the drift early to go through this chicane. Small mistake from Larens. Then angle your car directly for the drift uphill. Straighten your car, snap out, and then the final few drift corners with this long winding U-turn that goes round and goes across the finish line. So this has been a look at... This has been a quick look at Aeon Prime. Sorry about that, guys. And yeah, warm-up is over. The race is about to begin, and we're gonna follow Maxi for this particular round. Everybody getting underway, nice and clean. And we're gonna go towards checkpoint number 1. Someone getting very wide and getting very wrong. So far, Ender gets into the top. We're actually gonna try and follow him this round, or get us close to it. So Cloud now taking the lead from Ender. Meanie Beanie and Larens fighting over the 4th spot, and Fat King making a mistake, thus being passed by Vinny for P6. So let's actually try to find. So it's Cloud, Ender, Larens, Meanie Beanie, and Vinny, your top 5 so far at 1.7 through the curve. Oh, and Vinny making a huge mistake. He's going to be passed by a lot of people. Suram and Harse also making a huge blunder, having a full stopping, dropping down to 14th place. And in front, it looks as though Cloud will get the win. So Cloud first in front of Larens, Ender, Reacts, Suram, Meanie Beanie, Fat Kid, and Ibo completes the top 8. Lex finishes the round in P16, actually. And we got Maxi, who must have had a mistake, finishing down in P18 behind Lex and Asko, Miss finishing in P19, I presume. And Cloud actually sets a new world record on this map with a 46.625. So let's follow the round winner for this particular round. The field getting spread out already. Asko taking a bit of a wall hit. Someone also clobbering the wall on the inside. Ender in front of Suram, Cloud, Reacts, and Fat Kid after CP1. Onto this section. Everybody taking it full speed so far. No drifts from the top guys. Suram and Cloud battling over first place. Suram having a small advantage, but a better line from Cloud. Could maybe see him take the lead. Let's see through the U-turn. React getting a bit wide there and overtaken by Vinny and Larens. Suram still remaining in the lead at CP8. Now onto this drift turn. Snapping out and onto the platform transition for the final U-turn. Cloud getting a bit more momentum than Suram. It's going to be a fight to the line. And it's Cloud who takes it by 7 thousandths of a second. So it's Cloud, Suram, Larens, Vinny, Fat Kid, Ibo, Resonance, and Manu for your top 8 on round 2. Meanie Beanie finishing it down in 14th place. Zeholm finishing 12th, Ender 13th, and Walter 3501 having a bit of a nasty crash there, but he's gonna be able to make it within the time limits and thus finish in P19. Harse 17th, like 16th, and Jasper in 18th place as we look at the bottom of the scoreboards. So, as we go back to the top, so far, 2 rounds out of 2, Cloud wins. So 100 points so far after round 2 for Cloud. In front of 14 points in front of Larens. Suram is 3rd in 81. Then comes Fat Kid with 68, and Ibo completes the top 5 with 64 points, following Cloud once again. So Suram, Ender, Larens, Cloud, and Fat Kid, your top 5 after CP1. Ender changes slightly. Ender, Suram actually battling for the lead. Cloud making a mistake, so does Suram. So it's going to be Ender all alone in the lead right now. Let's actually switch over to him. A super tight line here from Ender from this U-turn. After CP8, Ender, Larens, Suram, React, and Zehon, your top 5. Onto the final couple corners. Let's actually try to check in with another guy. Fat Kid actually deep in the pack, languishing around in P10, being able to overtake some people. Manu made with a huge mistake, picking away and finishing in P8. So it's Ender, Larens, React, Suram, Cloud, Ibo, Harse, and Fat Kid, your top 8 for round 3. Lex coming round to finish in P17. Manu having a huge mistake, dropping down to P16. Having clobbered the wall pretty heavily, and Zibs will not be able to make it. So, Walter 3501 will make it though, down in P18 or P19, I suppose. P18, I think. So, with this, the points table does change a little bit, but still, Cloud in front of Larens, this time only by 5 points. Demise third on 119, Ender fourth on 111, and React goes into the top 5, passing Eyeball with 103 points. Going with Fat Kid right now, people making a few mistakes, miss, also going very wide and touching the wall on the exit. So it's going to be Vinny in front of Larens, and then Cloud, Suram, Zehond, and Fat Kid. Everybody jostling around. The positions are ever changing. This is really difficult to keep up. But it looks as though it is Larens in the lead in front of Suram and Cloud. Fat Kid overtaking Vinny for the 5th spot, but then Vinny passes him back. This is actually great racing. Let's actually follow Suram a little bit in the lead. Battling with Larens, trying to retain the lead. Onto the final couple corners. It looks as though Suram has got it in the bag, unless some sudden surge from behind, but it doesn't look so. Suram in front of Cloud, Vinny, Larens, Fat Kid, Ender, Aibo, and React completes the top 8. As we wait for everybody to finish their respective rounds, Boutifara finishing in P16. Everybody else finishing as well. Lex 17th, Jasper 18th, Matt Tigers are 19th, and Valta 3501 P20. Mini Beanie stuck at the start actually, he will not score anything. That is a real shame. Really a shame for the Finnish driver. And as the standings look, and we are on 181 points for Cloud, so map 1 is over. Cloud wins the map with 181 points, in front of Larens on 169, second equal actually with Suram. Then goes Ender 4th on 145, and on 134 points, Fat Kid completes the top 5. We'll wait for the map switch, and then we'll take a look at the overall standings. Second map is Grand Focus from Norplay and Aibo. / results. So here we go then. Cloud's first on 181 points. Second equal are Larens and Suram with 169. Then comes Ender 4th on 145. And on 144 points, Fat Kid completes the top 5. Then comes React on 133. Aibo on 130. Vinny on 119. Resonance on 104. And 10th is Harse on 90 points. From 11th to 20th in that order is Manu, Zehond, Boutifara, Maxi, Miss, Jasper, Lex, Mini Bini, Walter 3501, and Zibs. And then we got 21st Asco and 22nd Matt Tigers are with 14 and 12 points respectively. So here is Grand Focus from Aibo. The world record currently held by Larens in the Dedimania with a 46.461, but it's not really the time it should be looking for. It should be looking for the local records, and it's Cloud who actually holds the record with a 46.195. A really flowy map from Norplay and Aibo. The second easiest map of the pack, subjectively speaking also, and which explains its presence on the map order, as we see everybody going to the final section with this platform landing onto a full speed left-hander and then a drifting right-hander that goes uphill into the finish. Sorry about that burp, guys, that was a little bit unintended. Anyway, so the warm-up is over for pretty much everyone, and we're about to get started on map 2. And we're actually gonna spec one of the front runners. We're actually gonna spec Ender for this particular round. Let's follow him. So we got this start right here where you got to go really tight. Some people tend to go for the drift strat, but it is possible to go full speed there without hitting the wall. Cloud already with a bit of an advantage coming to checkpoint 2. Cloud in front of Suram, Vinny, Ender, and Manu battling for the top 5. Larens also coming into the mix. The top 5 are bunched up right there. You see them on your screen. Cloud in front of Suram still. Vinny going for P3. Suram making a huge mistake and dropping out of the top 5 battle. So does Ender though. So it looks like as if Cloud is only going to be battling with Vinny and with Larens for the top spot. Cloud going through the final corner for the final corners of this map. Through the right-hander full speed and then through the uphill left-hander on a drift, and Cloud wins round 1. So it's Cloud, Larens, Suram, Zibs making a huge performance jump to P4. Then it's Jasper, React, Aibo, and Boutifara completing the top 8. Next finishing in P17, P15, Yalmer or Zehond finishing in P18. Something must have gone horribly wrong there for the Dutch driver as he goes through. And Fat Kid also down in P19, one of the forerunners of the Canyon scene, completely floundering on round 1. Unbelievable scenes, and Mini Bini seemed to have had a connection issue since he has been 2 rounds in a row staying at the start right there. So Cloud first, then Larens, Suram, Zibs, and Jasper after round 1. Let's follow Cloud for another round. He gets this start pretty much picture perfect. He actually does it full speed without even initiating a drift until CP2 is passed, and he gets a pretty small margin over Suram, who's trailing him by just under 2/10. So Cloud, Suram, Larens, Vinny, and Resonance, your top 5 so far, but the positions are ever changing. Let's actually follow Jasper, who's a little bit further down the pack, watching that top 5 battle right now, potentially being overtaken by Resonance. But Jasper manages to stay in the fight. He's going to wait for someone to make a huge mistake and pick up the spoils. But it looks as though the field at the top 5 is looking pretty neat and tidy. Maybe a battle for the lead across the line. And it is going to be Suram who finishes first in front of Larens, Cloud, Vinny, and Fat Kid. Jasper finishes 6th, Resonance 7th, and Zips completes the top 8. 2 strong performances in Zips so far, who hasn't had a good first map, it must be said. Ender finishing in P16th, Lex finishing in P15. And it seems as though everybody is finished, but unfortunately for Mini Beanie, it looks as though he might be out of the running for the actual Smurf Cup win this time round. A real shame. Oh, thank you, Marius, for the follow, by the way. Cheers, my guy. So far, 91 points equal between Suram and Cloud, who share the lead. 1 point in front of Larens in P3, then 70 points for Jasper in P4, and Zips comes up into P5 with 68 points as we follow Jasper, who fell pretty far down the field after a rather poor start. Overtakes Butifaro, who went wide. And we're actually going to try to follow the lead battle here, so it's going to be Cloud in front of Suram, Ender, Larens, and Zehon for your top 5 so far after CP5. Vinny also getting in the mix, overtaking Zehon actually. Let's actually follow Vinny as he gets close to the top 4 battle. Only a couple more corners to go through this round. Through the jump, onto the platform landing, through the right-hander, and then onto the uphill left-hander through the drift. Cloud seems to have enough margin to save it, and it is going to be Cloud winning, Suram, Larens, Vinny overtaking Ender, who made a mistake at the last minute, Ender finishing P5, Manu finishing P6, Zibs in 7th, and React completes the top 8. Ibo finishing down in P17th, Maxi finishing P16, Lex P15, Butifara 14th, Arce 13th, Jasper 18th, Walter 3501 19th. I'm kind of going through the standings as we go there, sorry guys. And it seems as though Black Dark might not have had any of this and just straight up left the server, so we will not be seeing Black Dark competing for the win here. So, 141 points for Cloud in front of Suram on 136, and third is Larens with 131. Let's follow Vinny for this round. Vinny getting a pretty decent full speed start, but gets it a bit wrong and even clutches the wall there, so yeah, that's going to be a little bit difficult for him to claw back up, but we'll see how it goes. React, one of the Smurf cars going really wide, and actually Resonance clipping the wall and having to respawn there. This is a little bit of a shame, but let's actually go back to the lead battle. So it's Cloud, Suram, and Larens for your top 3, followed then by Ender and React after CP5. Ender trying to get really racy there and trying to make up some ground. TXT actually appearing in the top 5 for the first time. Ender still in P4, React in P5, just a few corners to go. Let's actually go specking Ender, who is currently sitting in P4 and looking set to finishing P4, but maybe a battle across the line. It's going to be Suram who actually overtakes Cloud and wins the race. So it's Suram, Cloud, Larens, Ender, React, Velocity, Vinny, Fat Kid, and Ivo completing your top 8. Hello Fabian, yes, I did play the maps myself. I will do my best to cover some of the intricacies of the maps, but if I do get some stuff wrong, bear with me. Alright? So, Lex finishing in P19th, Maxi in P18, Resonance P17 after that horrible crash after CP3, then Zehon finishes in P16, and it looks as if we may have one more. Asok, unfortunately, having a few issues and got disconnected. So we got 186 points, we got a tied lead between Suram and Cloud, so we're going to be the decider right there. So, share lead between Suram and Cloud on 186, then Larens on 172, yeah. Velocity Vinny on 138, and Zips completes the top 5 on 126. As we see everyone going through the jump. Suram actually full stop picking, and he's going to have to respawn surely. That's going to cost him the lead. If Cloud plays it safe, he will clinch this round indeed, and the map. Battling with Larens now for the lead. Larens in front by just 3 hundredths of a second. Cloud overtaking him for the lead. Just a few corners to go. Larens trying to put up a fight, but he's probably going to be of no use over the final couple corners. the last two corners through the right-hander and then through the uphill left-hander, and it looks as though Cloud has got the map in the bag, and here it is. Cloud, Larens, Ender, FatKid, React, TXC, Zibs, and Miss completes your top 8 for this round. Suram finishing down in a lowly 17th place. It's a case of what might have been he could have probably snatched the map win from Cloud's hand, but it wasn't meant to be with that horrible mistake there. So, in the end, we also got Asok, unfortunately, having the same problems as Mini Bini, and it looks as though he's also going to be out of the running for scoring any points. And Cloud clinches map number 2 with 236 points to his account, in front of Larens on 217. Suram is the third and only driver to go through on 200 points. Then Vinny on 162 is 4th, and with 158 points, Zips finishes P5. A good points haul for the French driver, actually. As we're going to be switching over to the next map, we're going to check the full standings. Next map being, if I recall correctly, yeah, Amnesia from Revolts. So here we go then. Over in the overall standings, Cloud leads with 417 points. Larens is then second with 386 points. Suram third with 369. Ender 4th with 299, and Vinny completes the top 5 with 281. 6th then is FatKid with 276, React is 7th with 269, 8th is Ibo with 262, Resonance is 9th with 218, and Miss completes the top 10 with 198. From 11th to 28th downwards is Butifara, Manu, Jasper, Zibs, Harse, Zehond, Maxi, Lex, Walter 3501, and Mini Beanie, who didn't really score anything. Then we got Matt Tigers are 21st with 47, TXC, who joined midway through the map, collected 34 points, finishing and classes himself in 22nd, and then Asok finishes down in last place with 14 points. So here we got Amnesia from Revolts. The local record right here is Talkie. Is one of the players that isn't actually playing this particular Smurf Cup. It is Talkie from Hype Boys with a 57.756, a hugely momentum-based map, and it is actually pretty easy to make a mistake that will cost you maybe a few vital kilometers per hour that are going to be making the difference between the lead and 5th place. The top speed can reach around 400 kilometers an hour for some of the faster guys out there in some portions of this map. So, the warm-up is about to come to an end, and we're actually going to be specking someone else. We're actually going to be specking, let's actually go for React, so for a little bit of a change and see maybe how everything unfolds further down the pack. So, the warm-up is done, map 3 about to start. And everybody is now underway. Someone's saying at the start, there must be Asok, unfortunately. And everybody getting away pretty clean. Cloud and Suram already battling for the lead. We already see the lead pack forming. Suram, Ender, Cloud, and Larens. Resonance getting a bit of a two-wheeler there, and lucky to recover it, but React with a much better line than most of the pack, and thus moves up to P4. Cloud with a bit of a mistake and thus drops down, and that promotes React to P3. React making a mistake himself and thus dropping a lot of places. Holy cow. And he drops down to P18 in the space of a few corners. Let's actually try to spec Cloud here as he also falls through the pack down in P8. Someone actually full stopping. That was really unfortunate. I think that must be Resonance, who unfortunately full stopped into the wall. Ender passing Cloud. Ender also making a huge mistake, and that's gonna let Cloud through to P6. But so far in front, it is looking like Suram against Larens. If we can actually get the battle, Suram. Actually, a little bit too far back to make a move, and it's Larens who's going to take round 1 of map 3. Larens in front of Suram, Zibs, TXC, Cloud, Ibo, Harse, and Vinny completes your top 8. So Lady Zehon actually hitting the wall and letting Lex through the P18, finishes P19 just in front of Maxi, who was coming in full blast and ready to overtake. So here we go, the standings are way different from the first 2 maps, since Larens in front of Suram, Zibs, TXC, and Cloud. Let's actually follow a little bit Zibs for this round. Zibs getting a pretty good start. Everybody getting away pretty cleanly. No obvious mistakes spotted. Matt Tigers are getting a little bit wide through there. Zibs with a much tidier line moves up to P5. And it looks as though he's going to stay in the fight as we're going to have... Oh, it actually makes a huge mistake and drops a lot of places. Ibo passing him, Matt Tigers are passing him, Zehon passing him, and he is going to be down to P14, just like that, in the space of a few corners because of a single wall touch. Larens also pretty far down the pack. He made a mistake earlier in the round, and that probably going to cost him dearly in terms of the chance to grab some points. Meanwhile, in front, Suram is 2/10 clear from Cloud. And actually, Cloud must have made a mistake as he drops down to P5, 1 second behind the leader. And it's Ender who's going to try to take the 5, but it looks as though he's maybe a little bit too far back to do anything in the space of a few corners. And SmurfScup will take round 2. So it is SmurfScup in front of Ender, Quentin 43, React, Cloud, Fat Kid, Larens, and Jasper completes your top 8. And it looks as though SmurfScup might have had a new record. Yes, it is a new Dedimania record in that fact, with a 57.771, a new personal best for the the Norwegian driver. Sorry, guys. Anyways, everyone else finishing, and Crash Test must have had joined a little bit early and a little bit late in the cup, and unfortunately will not be able to make it to the finish. So, then we have a lead change. SmurfScup takes the lead with 95 points in front of Larens on 82. Then Ender is on 3rd with 73, battling with Cloud to retain that 3rd place, who is with Cloud currently on 72 points. And Zibs is 5th with 69 points. Following Ender through this round now, having a little bit of a clean start there. SmurfScup, Quentin 43, Cloud, and Ender emerging in the battle for the top 4. Ender with a bit of a risky line there, clipping the Void, and actually makes a mistake further back, further on. So yeah, he's going to drop down to P18 over the space of 2 corners. Everybody else jumping the gun. Vinny also making a bit of a mistake. Cloud really evolving way in the back of the pack. That's not really the map that Cloud really seems to master, as it seems. Someone has actually made a pretty big mistake and went into the upper wall. And as we're going to try to go for the lead, it is actually Quentin versus SmurfScup for the lead battle. If we can actually get a camera on Quentin, there it is. Quentin just 1/10 behind SmurfScup. He could make it happen over the final 2 corners if he got a better line, which he seems to have, but the final corner is probably to the advantage of SmurfScup. So SmurfScup takes round 3. SmurfScup in front of Quentin, Larens, Cloud, Manu, Fat Kid, Jasper, and Ender completes your top 8. As we see some of the other drivers finishing the round, Lex finishing in P18 or P17. Okay, actually, Lex in P19, Maxi in P20, and Walter will finish in P21. Crash Test will not be able to make it. He was actually just 1 corner away from making it to the finish. Sorry, guys. Okay, so first then, SmurfScup with 145 points. Just 35 points needed for him to wrap the map up. Second is Larens on 123. Third is Cloud on 110, as we follow Quentin for this round. Quentin getting a really neat and tidy corners up until CP1, and actually emerging in the battle for the lead against Larens, Cloud, and SmurfScup. Ender also trying to put up the fights. And Quentin so far in the lead in front of Ender, Larens, SmurfScup, and Cloud. The orders are going to keep changing throughout this top 5 as they go through this long, winding U-turn in the left. And Ender making a huge mistake and actually clipping the wall. He's going to drop up a few places, and it's going to be Zibs who's going to pick up the spoils and move up to P4. And actually, did I see someone in the wall? I can't really recall, but it seems as though the orders have changed drastically. It must have been Quentin who made a mistake because he completely dropped out of the top 5. It's Cloud, React, SmurfScup, Zibs, and Harse. And even Zibs actually move up to P3. Holy crap, the standings just keep changing over and over and over again. And it seems Cloud will finally break his duck and finally get a round win on this map. Round 4 is Cloud's. Cloud in front of React, Larens, Zibs, Miss, Fat Kid, SmurfScup, and Vinny. Pretty high intensity round with mistakes all around the field, and even for the best drivers, those who were leading the map. But it seems as though SmurfScup might have this in the back. No, he's not. He only scored 32 out of the 35 that were needed, and so we're going to have 1 more round, and potentially a chance for Cloud to continue his map's winning streak and keep it alive, as Quentin PMs at the finish and will not collect any points. There we go, SmurfScup on 177 points, Larens on 164, Cloud on 160. It's set to be a hot battle for this particular round and for the map. As we follow Cloud right now. Cloud getting it neat and tidy through the first turns. Larens, SmurfScup, and Cloud over your top 3. Vinny really getting really overambitious, and he's going to pay the price as he drops way down the field. The top 3 skiing grouped within half a tenth of each other. We're talking really small margins through there, through the long U-turn. It's going to be a battle between these two, SmurfScup and Cloud. So far, it looks as though SmurfScup might have the map in hand. Going through the final few checkpoints now. A super fast, as you can see on the speedo, 425 kilometers per hour at the initiation of the drift. Cloud retaking the lead, but maybe not for long, as SmurfScup bites back with a better line. Cloud actually gets it. It's going to be on the final turn, and it looks as though Cloud will have it, but it's going to be the map for Suram. Cloud, Suram, Larens, Quentin, Zibs, Fat Kid, Miss, and Jasper, your top 8 for round number 5 and the final round as Suram takes his first map of this particular Smurf Cup. Mini Beanie actually coming back to life will not be able to, unfortunately, to score any points this round. He will not have enough time to make it to the finish. And actually, unbeknownst to me, Cloud actually set a new world record for this map with a 57.668. So, good job on Cloud. Really nice time for him. And here we go. 222 points gives Suram the map. 210 points gives Cloud second. And then third is Larens with 205. 157 points gives Zibs 4th place. And Fat Kid is 5th with 151. As we go on to the next map, we will be checking the standings shortly. Alright then, map number 4 is going to be Drive-By Stalking from Bootifara. Perhaps the Vibes Award, the Trackmania Turbo Vibes Award will go to this map. Actually, they do go to this map by my standards. And so, on the overall standings, Cloud is still leading with 627 points in front of Larens, who's on 591, and is actually second equal with Suram, after Suram took Suram took Amnesia, the previous map. Ender is 4th with 444 points, and 5th is Fat Kid with 427. 6th is React with 405, 7th Ibo with 396, Vinny is 8th with 395, on the 9th place then we got Zibs on 335, and Miss completes the top 10 with 334. From 11th to 20th downwards is Jasper, Manu, Arce, Bootifara, Resonance, Maxi, Zehond, Lex, Quentin 43, and Matt Tigers R. Then we got some of the more irregular point scorers. We got actually Walter 3501 in 21st with 98, TXT with 90 points, Minibini with 52, and Asoke unfortunately will not be scoring any more points as he seemed to have left the server and thus remains 24th on 14 points. So this is Drive-By Stalking from Bootifara, one of the maps whose scenery actually resembles quite a lot of the Trackmania Turbo. It has a lot of Trackmania Turbo vibes going through it, with actually a world record held by Cloud with a 50.312. We actually got a Trackmania Turbo style start with a helicopter drop-off. Cloud finishing his warm-up. Thank you very much to Multifluid and Aerodynamica for the follows. Thank you very much for supporting the hustle of a small French boy who's trying to make it to the Twitch world. Anyways, as we're gonna go back to the cast, the warm-up is done, and map 4. And we're actually halfway through the Smurf Cup already. This is crazy, as we're gonna follow Cloud for this round. Helicopter drop off into quarter pipe, and here we go for the start of this round, starting with this hill that everybody's taking diagonally to get as much contact patch. Then we get to this tight right-hander drift, snapping out into the left-hander, onto the jump to the platform on the blimp, and it looks as though Cloud's got it perfectly with a nice and tidy line. So it's going to be Cloud in front of Mini Beanie, Quentin, Ender, and TXT. You would love to drive more yourself? Well, don't worry, you can join the Smurf Cups every week, man. They do happen every week, and they're open to everyone, so don't worry about it. Even if you don't know the maps, you can come in and join, and you can come in and drive. It's really a great fun time. So far, Cloud, Quentin, Ender, Mini Beanie, and Suram. And let's actually try to spectate someone a little bit in that pack. Let's actually spectate Suram, who's actually overtaking Mini Beanie for P2. Mini Beanie making a resurgence. Oh, it's gonna be... Oh, someone actually Mini Beanie making a huge mistake, and it's gonna be Cloud in front of Suram, Larens, Ender, Bootifara, Quentin, React, and TXT. Completing your top 8. Oh, you're sick today? Oh, sorry to hear that, man. And yeah, hope you had a you're having a speedy recovery right now, and I wish you the best. Hopefully we can see you next week. So everybody else finishing the round, likes finishing in P14, and Mini Beanie looks like so, yeah, he will not make it. Unfortunately, that huge mistake cost him dearly, and he seemed as though he went the wrong way on the respawn, and so he will not score any points. What a shame. He showed really great pace throughout this round, but so far it is Cloud, Suram, and Larens, a familiar top 3 throughout this particular Smurf Cup, as we're spectating Suram right now for the start of the round. Somebody getting a late start. Someone actually completely flipping over. I don't know who it is. Manu taking over the lead, but now it seems as though it is going back to the normal ways, with Cloud and Ender battling over P2 and over P1, and then Suram following. Quentin, Mini Beanie again resurging for P5. Cloud now in the lead. just a 10th in front of Kanta, actually, who's taken Ender for P2. SmurfCup and TXT complete the top 5. As we follow Black Dart through, Cloud through the final couple corners. Sorry, we're actually going to try to spectate someone else. Larens battling with SmurfCup for P3, it seems, and actually trying to defend from TXT for P4. And it looks as though Larens will continue to have it. So it's Cloud, Quentin, SmurfCup, Larens, TXT, Boutifara, Manu, and Herse completing your top 8 for round 2. Cloud continuing his streak so far with round wins, 2 out of 2, and potentially make up for the lost map on Amnesia. Lex finishing the round in P18. 5 seconds behind Fat Kid. And is there anyone else that looks set? Walter must have had a problem, as he seems to have had the same issue twice in a row, and thus will not score points for the second time in a row. So, Cloud in front of SmurfCup by 14 points, then Larens is third on 79, actually third equal with Kanta on 79, and Boutifara is fifth with 70, and someone else has actually bitten the wall pretty hard by being a little bit too greedy and going too close to the apex. But it looks as though the top 5 may not have floundered as Cloud gets really close. He's really risking it to get to the last few inches possible. And Cloud, so far, it seems to be paying off for him as he takes the lead by a solid 3/10 from Larens. Then SmurfCup in third, Ender fourth, and React fifth. Let's actually follow someone a little bit further down the pack. Let's actually go with Manu a little bit, evolving in P14. He must have had the wall hit at the start, actually. Let's actually go back to Cloud in the lead. Actually goes to SmurfCup as we see Cloud going through the final corner onto the platform, and round number 3 is Cloud. So Cloud, SmurfCup, Larens, Boutifara, React, Quentin, Fat Kid, and Jasper. Your top 8 for round number 3. And still a clean sweep continuing from Cloud on this map. 150 points out of the available 150. It is looking good for his third map win of this SmurfCup. Mini Beanie coming round to finish in P19. And actually stopping in front of the finish, he's going to BM and will not finish. Or actually takes the finish in reverse and classifies P16. So, Cloud on 150 points only needs 30 to clinch the map. Then comes SmurfCup with 131. Then Larens third on 120 points. Manu always taking that a little bit too early on the turn in on the right, and thus clips the wall and drops down the order. But so far in front, Cloud, Boutifara being a surprise contender. Then coming up is Ender, who must have made a mistake right there. And so far it's Cloud, Larens, SmurfCup, React, and Boutifara still staying in the top 5. Let's actually try to follow him now. There he is. Home ground advantage as it seems for Boutifara. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, it is. He has actually the map maker. Boutifara overtaken by Fat Kid for P5. Fat Kid with a much aggressive line. He loses a lot of momentum, and that's going to allow Boutifara through. As we see the pack in front coming round to finish, and it seems as though Cloud has got it in the bag, and there is actually another mistake further down. So Cloud, Larens, React, Boutifara, Fat Kid, Ender, Jasper, and Herse completes your top 8, and with this, 200 points, a clean sweep from Cloud means map number 4 is his. Mini Beanie will not be able to score any points here, unfortunately. And here is then the countdown over, and the map is actually officially over. So 200 points, there you go. Cloud clinches the map win with that points tally. Then Larens comes second with 165. Then SmurfCup is third on 147. Boutifara fourth with 146. And on 139, Quentin completes the top 5. And we're going to switch over to map number 5, which is Anoia by Racho. And as soon as the map is switched, we're going to check the full standings. So, Cloud in the lead with the 827 points. Larens is second with 756. SmurfCup is third with 738. Fat Kid is in 4th place with 535, and Ender completes the top 5 just 1 point behind Fat Kid with 534. React is 6th with 514, Ibo 7th with 490, 8th is Jasper with 438, 9th is Miss with 428, and completing the top 10 is Bootifaro with 424. From 11th to 20th downwards, it's Manu, Vinny, Harse, Zibs, Maxi, Zehond, Resonance, Quentin 43, Lex, and TXT. Then we got some of the lower point scorers here, with Matt Tigers R being the last one to break the 100 points barrier with 115 points in 21st. Then Walter 3501 with 98 is 22nd. Mini Bini comes back up to 23rd with 91 points. Then we got Atiaz in 38 points, who must have joined in mid-cup. Then we got some of the known scorers with Max Power in 13th points, and Asoke having left already in 14th with 14 points down in 25th. So this is Anoya by Racho, one of the floorier maps of this particular cup. Also one of the... so it goes up a little bit in complexity and technicality, but to be fair, with the Racho map you can expect nothing less than a lot of momentum, than being based on a lot of momentum carrying through there. So the record so far is held by Cloud with a 46.735 or 36 if I recall correctly. Let's actually check it. Yeah, it's a 736 from Cloud. Anyway, we're actually going to be switching over to, let's see, let's actually switch over to Suram for the start of this round. First round of map number 5. Here we go. As everybody honks away, people already getting it really wrong at the start. It is one of the trickier starts with this tube. Which is one of the peculiarities of this particular map, and it's so far Ender is in the lead. Cloud also going out of nowhere to move up into the top 4 battle. Suram languishing a little bit and actually making a huge mistake. He's going to drop down a lot of places. Let's actually follow Cloud a little bit. Cloud has actually made a mistake, as a matter of fact, and thus will drop further down the field and will actually drop down in P15, so it's not going to be a good points haul for him. Let's actually follow React through the final part of this, from the final part of the score. So it's Larens in front of Quentin, React, Minibini, and TXT. The final few corners to go. React with a much better line than Quentin, maybe trying to catch a little bit up to him, but it's not going to be... it's not going to be enough. It's too little too late. It's Larens in front of Quentin, React, Fat Kid, Mini Beady, Ibo, and Cloud completes your top 8. As we see everyone else finishing the map. And it looks as though everybody has made at least some mistakes, as we see Zibs being overtaken for P18 and even P7. Oh, there's a lot of mistakes there. Lex finishing in P17th, Zibs in P18. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that went on. I couldn't cover everything. I'm really sorry, but it's really tough to keep track of all the changes in the field in this particular map. It's absolutely crazy. Anyway, so Larens in front of Quentin and React in the point standings. Larens on 50, Quentin on 45, React on 41. Fat Kid is 4th on 38, and 5th is Mini Beanie on 36. Following React again, Cloud with a much better start and moves into the lead potentially, but it's going to be Quentin who actually gets a better line through that particular uphill. React making a bit of a mistake and thus dropping down places to P13 and being overtaken by a couple more people, in this case Max Power and Ibo. Max Power with a huge flip, actually. He's going to be dropping further down as React gets overtaken by Hausa for P14, and let's actually try to follow a little bit the lead battle. So it's Cloud against Suram, a familiar battle once again. Cloud in front of Suram by 2/10 through the final corners, as we're going to see a mistake from Cloud. No, it seems as though he's got it under control. It is Cloud who's going to finish in front of Suram, TXT, Larens, and Quentin for the top 5, Mini Vini 6th, Zehon 7th, and Fat Kid in 8th place. Arsa finishing down in 11th, Ender in 10th, Jasper in 9th, Lex must be been finishing in the mid 10s or something like that. And it seems as though Zibs will be taking P17, Lex finishing in P14, Maxi P15, Nims P16. Alright, round 2 is done, and it looks as though we may have had a lead change here. No, Larens still retaining the lead with 88 points, 7 points in front of Quentin on 81, and Cloud comes up to 3rd with 80 points. Mini Bini 4th with 70, and Suram 5th on 69. As we follow Suram right now for the start. Suram with a good start, but Cloud with a much more aggressive line. He takes a lot of momentum through there. That's going to allow him to overtake Suram, and Suram seems to have got that part under control. Okay, that was the flounder on round 1, completely gone. And now we're seeing the battle for the top 7 positions actually hotting up. Cloud making a mistake and starts dropping down the field. So far it's Larens, Quentin, Ender, Suram, and TXT actually joining in the mix along with React. TXT with a much better line goes up to P3 in front of Suram. Just a few corners to go. It seems as though the standings are going to stay as they are. Maybe TXT moving up on Quentin. It's going to be over to the finish line, but Larens finishes first, Quentin second. TXT third, Suram fourth, and then it's Fat Kid, Reacts, Bootifara, and Miss, completing your top 8. Mini Beanie will not be able to score any points. Lex finishes down in P17, Zips 15th, Ibo 14th, Arsa 15th. Yeah, sorry about the shambolic standings enumeration, and it seems as though Mini Beanie has just given up, maybe has noticed that there wasn't enough time for him to finish and score any points. That is really unfortunate for that driver who has been showing so strong performances on SmurfCup 353. So, Larens in the lead with 138 points, followed then by Quentin 43 with 126. Then we got Cloud 30 and 108, then Suram 4th on 107, and Fat Kid 5th on 104. And what could be the final round of this map? Just 42 points needed by Larens in order to for him to clinch the map, unless there's a tie. As we're going to be following Quentin here, who's gets it a bit wrong there. He's going to be overtaken by Fat Kid and React and potentially miss. There we go. He drops down to P9 after that little mistake. So far, it seems to be Larens in the lead. Then we got Suram, Cloud, Ender, and React battling for the top 5. React going for a much more aggressive line, but that's going to take him really wide on that dirt turn. And thus, it's going to be Larens and Suram battling for P1, and Ender trying to take the fight to Cloud for maybe P3. And it looks as though maybe a change. Yeah, change lead across the line. It's Suram who takes the round in front of Larens, Cloud, Ender, React, Fat Kid, TXT, and Quentin 43. But more importantly, it seems as though the map is Larens's. So, 3 map wins for Cloud, 1 for Suram, and the 3rd map winner of the day here is Larens. 3 map winners over the course of 5 maps. Larens finishing then first with 183 points, as we're going to be able to see in the final standings. There we go, 183 points gives Larens the map win in front of Suram on 157. Quentin is 3rd with 156. 4th is Cloud on 149. And Fat Kid finishes the top 5 with 138 points. Next map is Elevated from Zombak. Just after the map change, we're going to see the full standings. So, Cloud in front, Cloud still in front and leading the pack with 976 points. Larens is 2nd with 939. Suram is 3rd with 895. 4th is Fat Kid with 673. And completing the top 5 is React with 647. Then coming 6th is Ender with 637. On 580 points, Ibo is 7th. 8th is Jasper with 536. Miss is 9th with 529, and completing the top 10 is Bootifara with 504. From 11th to 20th downwards is Harse, Zibs, Quentin 43, Manu, Vinny, Zehund, Maxi, Lex, TXT, and Resonance. Then further down the field, we got Mini Beanie on 161 points in 21st. Matt Tigers are on 150 points. He must have left in the meantime. Then Walter 3501 on 98. Atiaz on 53 in 24th place, then Max Power on 28 points, and rounding out the field on 14 points is Azoka, and on 13 is Uncle Sammy 123. So here we go, Elevated from Zombak, a map with a particularly tricky start here that kind of caught me off guard when I actually played the map offline, and it actually took me 3 or 4 tries to actually get it right, and it actually pretty puzzled me. And one of the more technical maps of this particular map. The current world record here is held by Cloud once again with a 49.268, as we see Cloud finishing his warm-up as we speak. So as we check once again the standings, there's only going to be like a few, there's less than 40 points separating Larens and Cloud. So a single bad map, quote unquote, from Cloud with a points gap of around 40 points could pretty much turn the tables around come map 7. Anyway, here we go, map 6 underway as we follow Cloud for the start. Going very wide on this turn 2. Everybody getting pretty clean. Suram, Cloud, Larens already emerging in the top 3 battle. Suram in front of Larens, then Cloud. Larens making a mistake and thus dropping down the field. So it's Suram, Cloud, React, Fatkid, and Jasper. Cloud with a much better line than Suram, but Cloud initiating the drift a little bit earlier than Suram, actually. This is a really interesting tack on taking this particular corner. Then we go onto the platform section. Cloud goes for the drift. It is possible to go through speed through there, but it seems as though Suram did because he's got much better momentum and actually takes the fight to Cloud. We go over the final couple corners now, and it seems as though Cloud may have got this under control, but it actually touches the wall, and that could allow Suram through if Suram's got enough momentum, but no, he's actually too far back. So it's Suram, so it is Cloud in front of Suram, Fatkid, Quentin 43, Larens, Jasper, Miss, and Ender completes your top 8. Zehon finishing the round in 10th, Ibo 9th, Ender 8th. Ender finishing P8, and Mini Beanie unfortunately will not be able to make it. Once again, he's driving the rounds in reverse, funnily enough, so he's probably given up on the idea that he's going to be contending for the win again tonight, so really unfortunate for him. So, Cloud in the lead in front of Suram and Fatkid. Quentin and Larens complete the top 5, as we're going to be following Quentin for this round. Quentin going pretty wide and then clipping the apex late. That's actually a pretty good line. So we got Suram, Cloud, Ender, Quentin, and Mini Beanie potentially. No, it is actually Suram, Quentin, Cloud, Ender, and Larens for the top 5. Quentin with much better speed, taking the fight to Suram and overtaking him for the lead. But he got it horribly wrong and touches the wall. He's going to be dropping places. React overtaking him, whizzing by. So does Fatkid and Ender. Quentin down to P7, actually up in P6 with Ender having a bit of a wrong corner through there. Ender still taking the fight, and Fatkid and React making both mistakes, so that's going to promote Quentin to P4, as we're going to be following up the battle for the lead with Cloud in front of Suram once again. Cloud actually making a mistake and allowing Suram through, and that's going to be the round win for Suram unless a mistake is made by the Norwegian driver, which it doesn't happen. So Suram, Larens, Cloud, Quentin 43, TXT, Ender, Jasper, and React is your top 8 for round 2. Zehon coming round to finish in P16, Aibo finished in 13th, Maxi 14th, Max Power 15th. Oh, actually there was a small mistake in the standings, and thus Aibo gets classified 12 in the end. And we actually heard the horn, and fun fact, this horn right here is the fireworks, is the sound of the fireworks weapon from the game Revolt. Here we go. Fun facts with G-Geek. Welcome. Anyway, so lead change then after round 2. Suram in front of Cloud. So Suram in first with 95, Cloud second with 91, Larens third with 81. Then 76 points gives Quentin 43 fourth place, and Jasper is 5th with 66. As we follow Suram, who gets a much better start than anyone else, and actually Cloud in P5. So it's going to be Quentin so far in front of Suram, Ender, Larens, and Cloud. Ender with a much aggressive line, trying to take the lead, but it doesn't really work out. Quentin still taking the lead with actually a much longer drift than usual, dropping a little bit of speed to Suram, but still retaining the lead, just under 0.2 of a second between Suram and Quentin. Quentin going through the final few corners now, through Sector 5, and it seems as though Larens is going to overtake Suram for P2. Let's see if he makes it stick. And Suram actually making a mistake, allowing Cloud through for P3, so that's going to be the round settled then, unless it is a mistake at the front. No, Quentin 43 finishes first in front of Larens, Cloud, Suram, React, Fatkid, Ender, and Miss. As we see some of the other players finishing, Max Power finishing in P17, and no, actually, Uncle Sammy 123 finishing in P17, as Max Power makes a huge mistake at the line, before the line, and thus may not finish. No, he will finish. He actually had to respawn. Really unfortunate. That could have been P17 in the back for Max Power, but unfortunately he went a bit too high and thus got ejected from the map pretty much. And here we go. The battle is hunting up for the lead of this map. And we got Suram first on 133, but just 1 point separates him from Cloud in second. Then we got Larens on 126 in third equal actually with Quentin, so it's going to be a real top 4 battle between these guys. Fatkid is a little bit further behind in 5th with 99 points. As we follow Cloud right now, battling with Suram for what could be the map win. Suram must not put a foot wrong. He has to win this map. He has to actually finish this run in front of Cloud to win this map. Suram with the... it's going to be a tight battle between Suram and Cloud. Cloud with a much more aggressive line takes over the lead. Through checkpoint 5, Suram with a much tighter line goes to the inside, but he clips the apex and thus will drop a few places. Then that's going to be the deal set and done, potentially, for Cloud, as he will go for a flag victory and thus take map number 6. So here we go. Cloud in front of Larens, Suram, Quentin, Ender, TXT, Jasper, and Miss. Completes your top 8. Lex finishing in P16, FatKid in P15, Ibo 14th, Butifara 30th, and it seems as though pretty much everyone finished. Yeah, there we go. So then, Cloud takes map number 6 with 182 points in front of Suram on 174. Larens finishes 3rd in 171. 4th is Quentin 43 with 164, and Ender is 5th with 132. Moving on then to the 7th and final map of the night, Mukbark by Ibo. As soon as the map is switched, we'll check the full standings. So then, Cloud in the lead with 1158 points in front of Larens with 1110 points lying in 2nd place. Then Suram follows with 1069 points in P3. So far, only those 3 drivers have made it past the 1000 points barrier. Then 4th is FatKid with 788, and completing the top 5 is Ender with 769. React is 6th with 727. Ibo is 7th with 672. Miss is 8th with 649. Actually, 8th equal is Jasper with 649, and in P10, 10 is Quentin 43 with 583. From 11th to 20th downwards is Harze, Butifara, Zayhond, Maxi, Zibs, TXT, Manu, Vinny, Lex, and Resonance. Mini Baby down in 23rd with 106, down in 21st with 161 points. Then follows Matt Tigers are on 115. Atiaz on 107, and then we got some people who did not really regularly score points. Sorry. Walter 3501, Max Power, Uncle 7123, Ahsoka, and Cuban 55. So here we go, Mukbark by Ibo, potentially my favorite map of the entire map pack. Put last because it's considered the most technical, but it is actually pretty enjoyable to play in my sense. And the current record is held by Suram with a 45.542, actually for 1,000th of a second from Taki from the Hyperion team, or Hype Boys, sorry. So Cloud finishing the map right now, driving the first loop in the process with a 45.722, still 2/10 away from the local record. Anyways, map number 7. This is for all the marbles. This could be the final. This could be the decider between Cloud and Suram for the win, as we're actually gonna follow Cloud for this round, as we see a lot of people making mistakes and making the first turn really wrong. Cloud actually evolving in the mid pack with P9 so far. Right now it's Suram and Larens battling for the lead, as we're gonna be following Suram right now, who's currently in the lead by 1/10 from Larens. TXT in 3rd, Jasper in 4th, and Ivo actually emerging in the top 5 for the first time. Let's actually follow him for a little bit, as we see FatKid trying to overtake him. Cloud making his way back as he picks on others' mistakes. Now battling with Quentin for P4. The positions are ever changing. It's really difficult to keep track of everything. Larens so far 3/10 down on Suram, even half a second down now, and it seems as though Suram is going to have a clear run to the flag. And it is Suram in front of Larens. Cloud not beating Larens beating Cloud just. And so yeah, Suram, Larens, Cloud, Quentin, FatKid, Ibo, TXT, and Jasper complete your top 8. Sorry for a little bit of a flounder in the commentary, guys. That was a bit of a brain fart. Anyways, Lex finishing in P15, Zayol in 14th, Atia 16th, Maxi in P17. Max Power will not be able to finish, unfortunately. He is too far away for the countdown. So, after round 1 is then Suram in front of Larens and Cloud, Quentin 4th, and FatKid 5th, as we're going to be following Quentin 43 for this round. Quentin having a tidy, I think a pretty tidy start, and emerging in P2 after checkpoint 1. So it's so far Suram, Quentin, Cloud, Larens also joining in the mix. Someone going really wide. I think it must have been Butifara trying to get the whole shot in the checkpoint, but that didn't really pay out for him, as he is right down the order, as we could see his name by his name tag there. Suram in front of Quentin, Cloud, Larens, and Zayhond making a good resurgence actually in this round. Quentin now taking the lead from Cloud and Suram, who actually battling over P2, and now it's going to be a battle between these guys. Quentin making a bit of a mistake and letting both Suram and Cloud through, dropping from P1 to P3. Suram and Cloud at the battle for the flag. Looks as though Suram's got it in the bag. It's going to be a crush. And a small mistake from Cloud actually costs him the potential win. So it is Suram, Cloud, Quentin, Larens, FatKid, Ibo, Ender, and Jasper, your top 8. Zehon finishing in P10th, TXT P9. Bootifara seems to have kind of given up on that round after the no, he actually finished in P16. Sorry, he tried to get the whole shot in CP2, but unfortunately that didn't really pan out for him in the long run, as he got overtaken pretty easily by some of the other guys. As we're gonna check the results now, and it seems as though Cloud still holds strong, just 44 points ahead of Larens though, and it seems as though Suram might be a little bit too far back. Well, I mean, there's still 2 rounds to go. He could make a resurgence there, but it looks as though Cloud could have this under the arm right there, so to speak, or in the bag, as Suram is leading in front of Cloud for about half a tenth. Then 2 tenths down, we got Ibo, Larens, and Fat Kid for your top 5. As we're actually going to be a little bit further down the pack, Quentin 43 having made a mistake at the start, Enderfin making a mistake, promoting Quentin to P6, Quentin trying to overtake some of the people. He's probably going to pick on Ibo for the benefit of P5, he is, and potentially making way for Fat Kid for P4, and maybe even get a podium spot this round. And it looks as though Suram again will get a run to the line, and it is Suram, Cloud, Larens, Quentin, Fat Kid, Ibo, Zehond, and Ender for your top 8 on round 3. Clean sweep so far from Suram, winning all 3 rounds, and thus moving from 30 points, moving 30 points away from clinching map number 7, which would be his 2nd map win. And thus we see Cloud still keeping his advantage to Larens. There we go, 1289, 1234. So it looks as though Cloud may be safe if he does not make any mistake and have a poor round, as we're going to follow Quentin right here. So it's Suram, Cloud, and Quentin, your top 3 after checkpoint 1. Let's see how it shows in checkpoint 2. Cloud getting the whole shot, but it's still a tight battle between these guys. Cloud will get the whole shot once again in checkpoint 3. No, it's actually Quentin who's going to get it. Cloud getting a little bit of a wider line. Let's actually follow a little bit Larens for the second, as he dropped a little bit down the pack. He's down in P8, trying to make some ground, battling with Harse defending. And Ender making a mistake is going to allow Larens through to P7 potentially through this next turn. Yes, he is. And Ibo potentially making way for P6. Fat Kid making a mistake for P6, and there you go. Larens up to P5. Now on to the final corners. Cloud making a mistake and actually dropping down to P3. And it looks as though Quentin will get the final round here. Both making a mistake, and it's Suram who actually takes it. So it is Suram, Quentin, Cloud, Larens, Ender, Ibo, Jasper, and TXT. And with this 200 points, a clean sweep from Suram gives him his 2nd map. But more importantly, SmurfsCup number 356 is Cloud's, the 4th SmurfCup in a row won by the High Boys Academy driver. He won 353, 354, 355, and now 356. There we go. You see the standings. 1,330 points gives Cloud the 1st place, then followed by Larens and Suram. We're going to check the full results right after the map switch. So here we go. Here are your final standings for SmurfCup 356, the first SmurfCup of June 2019. So Cloud is the winner with 1,330 points. Larens is second with 1,272 points. Third is Suram with 1,269 points. Only those 3 drivers made it past the 1,000 points barrier. Then 4th is Fat Kid with 924 and with 924 points. 5th is Ender with 895. 6th is Ibo with 808. 7th is Jasper with 767, and 9th, actually 8th equal, are Nis and Quentin 43 with 745 points, and 10th place goes to React with 727 points. Harse finishes in 11th with 682 points, 640 points gets Bootifara 12. Well, then comes Zolida Zehon with 570 points, Maxi finishes 14th with 526, TXT finishes 15th with 512, Lex finishes in P16 with 443, Zibs in P17 with 422, Manu finishes in P18 with 399, Vinny is 19th with 395, and completing the top 20 is Resonance with 265. Then towards the bottom of the pack, we got some of the people that did not score regularly, have either left during the cup or had joined during the cup. So Mini Bitty is now down in 21st place with 161 points. Atias finishes 22nd with 122 points. Matt Tigers R finishes 23rd with 115 points, and Max Power on 24th is the last scorer for over 100 points with 102. Walter 3501 is 25th with 98. Uncle Sammy 123 is 26th with 83. 43 points then is Marco 10000 on 27th place. 28th place goes to Pikachu or Marklang with 42 points, and then Asoke and Kubin are both 29th and 30th with 14 and 13 points respectively. So that has been it for Smurf Cup number 356. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. That was an awesome cup that we actually witnessed tonight. A lot of battles throughout the field, a lot of mistakes being made, a lot of action to actually keep track of. That was really intense. And yeah, this map pack looks absolutely fantastic. It has provided a lot of action on the track, and it seems as though the next few Smurf Cups are not going to be boring at all. So thank you guys once again for watching, and yeah, I will see you all next time. Godspeed, people!